Mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2. All right, mic check 1 2, mic check 1 2, and we're live in 3 2 1. Let's go, let's get it. Okie doke. So let's see what I was not able to be here by 6:30 today. Just trust me, I was sleepy. Had a long night, but we're here irregardless. This is just some test I was doing over there. Okay, let's make sure that we are not on this big boy here, the E-mini. So I'm just gonna delete that chart and make sure that we are on the micros, right? Because one E-mini is 10 micros, and we cannot do that, can we? No, we cannot. All right, so let's do a quick top-down analysis here. Our progress so far is we are break-even pretty much after 4 weeks. I think that's good, but that's a little bit slow, but it's better than blowing the account. So we're still in there, man. So just waiting for that sweet spot for this strategy, so where we can just start growing. Noticing a few things here and there. To stop being afraid of taking setups or waiting for the setups that are so perfect, which is the whole point of the game anyway. Waiting for your so-called A setups, but yep, I'm just gonna have to group them. A setup, B, C, whatever. Okie doke. And I think we have, oh, what happened here, bro? What's happened here? Wonder what this is. This could be some test I was doing. So, we're done. Needs to be grouped. So again, if we get a setup, it's all good. If we don't, it's all good too. So let me see. So we've taken out the previous week, well, week low. Was that a problem? And also the previous month low. Yeah, that's far-fetched for me. So this was once a bearish candle that is now bullish. So let's do some quick markups here. I do have an indicator. Where is it? Days of the week. Oh, it's right here. It's supposed to help us with the daily low and the daily. Okay, we'll figure that out later. So let's just go back to doing it manually. Okay, let's see what the previous day is at. Boom, right there, previous day low. Anything that you do repeatedly, there's gonna be some sort of automation for that. Let's do the half. That could be today's target if we get back there. Previous day EQ. So pretty much this is Friday. So let me make sure that I know that. Yeah. Friday high. Friday low. Friday half. EQ. Looks good to me. So looking at this daily, whatever here, I think we are likely to keep going up. Maybe see if we can get to the half point. So we've taken all this liquidity. It looks like they're done with any downward objectives. So pretty much, I don't know. What does the 4-hour hold? This gap right here is completely closed. and we are currently breaking out of it. I don't think I'm gonna use it, but let me just have it there for our, just do a gap. What do we see on the 1 hour? We currently have a fair value gap here, so let's take a note of that. Fair value gap, 1 hour. That's too big. That's fine. No, can't. Okay, tomorrow. What is this? The 1 hour fair value gap, say, yeah, replace the existing one. So we can see some sort of resistance from that point, so I think it's an important point. If we break out of it, let me see how many points we have. 100 points to that Friday EQ. See if we can take advantage of that. Do have a fair value gap here on the 1 hour too, so I'm not gonna mark that one. Okay, look at this on the 30-minute. You can see some resistance from that. Not really. Okay, let's look at the 15-minute here. Okay, look at this. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. You know, no. I talked about this on one of the streams last week. If you know, you know. Offering support, and we are currently inverting that fair value gap right there. So I'm gonna do this, just have it right there. It's on the 15 minutes, so we can watch what will happen. Good afternoon. Yeah, I looked at it a little bit over the weekend, and I have a few questions. I should have sent an email. I was just a little bit in a hurry. So, or should I shoot you an email? I was kind of wondering, where do you put your stop loss? But we can talk on the email too. And then we do have another one here. So I'll be watching to see what will happen with those in those areas. Currently offering resistance over there. I hope I am not over analyzing things. All right, so in terms of high time frame analysis, once I get to the 15 minutes, I'm done. I no longer trust the 5 minute, which is a good time frame, but good. And inside the 1 hour fair value gap, we have an embedded 15 minute. Too many. And if you know, you know. What in the world is this? We haven't touched it yet. So honestly, I'd like to see a closure above the 1 hour retest, and then see if we can go to that Friday EQ. If not, then we'll see. We do have that 15 minute. Oh, I have it marked already. And this will be sell side right here. Okay. And right before that Friday EQ, we have that buy side, that high over there that I can work with. So let's see how this goes, bro. Okay, so far we've closed above that 15. So this is an inverted, a 15 inverted favor gap. Okay. Let me see. Look at gold real quick. I wanna see if we missed anything this morning, bro. 8:45. There was a setup. I wonder how it looked like. There's a zone right there. Confirmed at 7 as at 8. So where's 8? This is the 15 minutes. Confirmed at 7:30 to 7:45, which was this candle here. So then we see a retracement. On our way up, we're looking for setup. So pretty much, wow. There was a setup on gold. So right there, trend line, we touched the 50 at the cross of the trend line, and the EMAs are lined up. That's our entry. Probably would have been skeptical because of that reversal, but then again, I don't know, probably would have taken that one. Stop loss right there, 1:2. Yep, would have hit that 1:2. And this is why I'm kind of like, you know what, once I get that signal, I'm taking it, however the candle looks like. So if I just took that candle, as long as we are above the trend line, pretty much that was the entry right there. We are above the trend line, so just take it instead of hesitating too much. And our 1:2 would have been right there. Anyway, let's go back to Nasdaq. It's too much stuff, bro. Can't use everything. Okay, let's go to the 1 minute, see if we can make sense of anything here. So currently bullish here, bullish. Currently bullish. I feel like we've gone up too much, bro. I am now making sense out of everything here. Bring the RSI back. Look at that. Type Jones 0.62. What are we likely to do? Are we likely to retrace a little bit before going up further? The daily candle is now green. We are bearish the last 3 days. Thursday, Friday. Bruh, this is too much on the charts. Let's clean up a little bit. Current interval only. I don't need to see this everywhere. Yeah, cleaner. This is a point of reversal, man. I'm thinking should be something like this. A short here. Stop loss up there. Then get it back down here. Back to this 15-minute gap here. $189 points. From this low to the gap right there, we have like 50 points. I didn't check on it today, so let's see. Oh, entry. Oh, today it didn't work on. Okay, so if I do, I don't need this RSI really. How do I get rid of it without? Okay, there we go. Okay. So that looks like an entry here. I think that's gonna be the game plan. I'm still gonna take that trade. Based off of what though? Let's see how many points. So yeah, we can afford to. If we close above that trend line, I'm gonna take that long. If it fails, I'm gonna take a short from where my stop loss will be. Then if I lose, then I'll be $400 down. So good. All of them could be down with the longs for the day too. That could be a swing high failure. And probably we should be looking for shorts, maybe. I don't know. But that is the plan right there. 194. Yeah, I think the charts look cleaner like that. This is on the 15, and so is this one. If you know, you know. I could pull them to 12:30. Hmm. So if I do enter this long, it's gonna be based on this 15-minute gap right there. There's supposed to be a resistance, but price just went through it and currently being used as support. Yep, and that could be the trade for the day. That could be the trade for the day. Look at that wick right there. Just touch that half point. An indication maybe this could be a thing. So my entry is gonna be right there. My stop loss just below that low. And then see if we can get to the buy side up there, which is 2.5. I know that requires just 1:2. So I like my 1:2 to be at least below a level that I think price will get to. And maybe the day could end bullish. That's the game plan. Now, if we start going lower, I do not know what that game plan would be like. Maybe wait for price to close below that 15, if you know level right there. And then just wait for EMAs to line up and then take that trade probably. But we do have a fair value gap here, which I don't know, we might close it. So we do have some, I'm gonna show that too on the, that is a support right there as well. So it would be nice if we close above that support, resistance, I mean, that we had a hard time going through here on the 1 minute. So, and then if we stay in here, we save ourselves from being chopped out with consolidation. Just wait. I don't have a game plan for a short yet. Friday low is right there. So the day open, let me just show that a little bit here. Daily open was right there today. So this is a gap, right? Friday close to Monday open. And maybe I could say we've closed that gap now. So we're likely to see some lower prices, bro. There's no way to tell. Daily open. Middle right. And that's the previous day low right there. Current day low. Oh, that's right that. Look at this, guys. The half of that 15-minute gap. Middle line, change that to blue. Is also the daily open. Wow. Right to the tick. Interesting. And then the current day low is down here. So that 15-minute inverted gap right there, where this one here, look at the half point. So price touched that half point, went up, touched it again. Here the wicks kind of crossed below, but the bodies have been kept up, above whatever that area. Oh boy. Yep, let's wait and see if we can. So the 12 open right through. So currently the daily candle looks like this. Open. And that's the low right there. So are we likely to see it expand upwards? Maybe close like that. Mr. Perfecto. Mr. Perfecto. So if that's the 1 hour prediction, how do we get in line with this? That is still the trend line right there. So hopefully this is how this candle is gonna look like, because at the break of that trend line, I'm gonna take this trade. We lose, we lose 40 points, so we can do two whatever, and then go for 1:2. Problem is we might get caught up in this chop, but how else will we know? All right, so at the break of that trend line on the 1 minute time frame, I am taking this trade. Now I know the blue is just went below the 50. One of my rules is you have to wait for them to line up again, and then wait for a retest where the blue doesn't go below the 50. But that's kind of keeping me from trade, so I'll just say this is a B setup. It's not an A plus setup. So let's get ready to rumble here. Plus change this to market. No, $87, that's too little. 175 is okay, and then change this to market, and I am ready to rumble. Ready. It's 12.12. Just a close above that trend line, I am going in. A stop loss just below this low here. $231. Now I'm not comfortable with that. 156, so we're looking at $300 profit if we okay. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Abort mission. So that's the new trend line now that we have to cross. Okay, not yet. Now that purple EMA is kind of straight. What is the probability this thing will still want to go up? Okay, keep waiting a little bit. Wait, more. What is the game plan for a short here? What is the game plan? So we are currently going back to that 12 p.m. candle open. 12 p.m. open. We go down. What if they want to retrace to from that low to that high to like an optimal trade entry area? Yeah, I think we might have something here. I hope it hits our TP fast, man. If only we can break out of here though. One hour fair value gap right there, bro. Down, up, down. That is 1 hour resistance area, bro. This could be a breaker. 1 hour. Bro, what you doing? See, we have a low, high, lower low. So we should expect some sort of resistance from that area. And our charts looks like it's Christmas. And we did confirm that zone by the closure of this candle, in my opinion. But, you know, I'm going to still take this trade, bro. $180. As long as we're below 250, I'm fine. But we cannot be, as long as we're below 240, to include the fees and commissions. 193. Oh, okay. Look at this nonsense. Ah, la la la. Look at that rejection. I'm still gonna take this trade, bro. At the close of this candle. So what's going on here? 22 seconds. $243, that's too much. So I have to reduce. 11. Okay, start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, I mean, all right, let's see how this goes. And that is a trade of the day. So we go for 1:2. And I think we're gonna be losing 200 something here. Let me just make sure I have the right number. We took 2 contracts there. So losing 215 plus fees and commissions, maybe 220. It's okay. So this is my candle prediction. My 1 hour candle prediction. I don't know if we'll make it up there. At least take that buy side, this one. So let's see if the 1 hour will close like that. All right, let's see how this goes. Okay, 1:2 is gonna be 1:2. I'm out, bro. I am out. So if you, and this is kind of how I like my setups, man. When my 1:2 is way far from, oof, go 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 go. A little bit more, a little bit more. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on. Okay, I'm gonna break even. I can't see that amount and then just lose it. So break even and some change over there. So let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. 390, yay. That was a good trade, honestly. Wow, that's the fastest that we've seen our TP hit ever since I started this challenge. So that was good. 1:2, no greed, no nothing. Get in, get out. and I think we're gonna hit those whatever up there. Yeah, so now we are 500. That is that's the highest I've seen. So now we can do a little we can now do $300 trade risk next time, and then if we go below 500 and just back to 200. So if I would have held then probably, you know, you're looking at 1:3. But you know what, I'm content with what I just made over there. That was the easiest 1:2. No, it's not easy. I mean, it's easy to say it was the easiest because it just happened. So it's 12.20 probably. There's still more potential to keep going up, but so far my candle prediction is on point. Okay, so I'm just gonna go and journal this trade and then I'm done. We hit that TP real quick. Oh, that was yeah, that's a good trade. That's a really good trade. So I feel like I'm more comfortable when the daily is green and then my setup is towards that, you know, direction. And some of the changes that I've made too, because if I was extremely strict with my strategy, then I would never have taken this trade, because I'd have to wait for the EMAs to line up like they did here and then wait for that retest without the blue EMA crossing the 50. And that is why it's good to journal, because I noticed, yo, I'm missing some trades because of, you know, so of requiring too much. So we decided to just grade them to A setups. So I would say this was a B setup, even though the performance was a A plus 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 plus. All right, let's journal this thing and get it over with. What is gold doing? Oh, who cares? Who cares? My journal and then I'm done with the stream. So I'm thinking, but we'll see if time allows. If I don't get a trade in the morning, then I can look for a trade in the afternoon. Don't know if that's a good idea. And this thing still wants to keep going up, bro. Oof, 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 oof. So when we get to the point where we can start taking like 5 micros and above, probably I'd close like 4 right there or 3 and then leave a runner and then just trail. We could make the best out of such moves, especially if we hit our TPs too fast. But it's never a bad thing taking your full profits anyway. Okay, so today is week 4. I'm thinking of starting another sheet. This is we're gonna just start another one here. Should we just continue here? I'll just have that whatever here looking like this and then just start over and then just keep going from where we left off. So today is 3/9/26. That was MNQ. We took 2 contracts. The entry was 12:17 p.m. and that trade was super hella fast, bro. That was 3 minutes. Actually, that was 2 minutes. 3 minutes. So we're looking at 3 minutes. The stop loss was what? 53.75 for 108. 53.75. Drawdown was pretty much 0. Oh yeah, we had a little bit of some drawdown here. That was my entry. 53.75. So to get that drawdown, we'll do 19. 19 divided by 53 times 100. So the drawdown was like 35%. 35.8. So let's just do 36. So it went 36% into my stop loss, less than 50%. So that's good. What else do I want to know? Take profit points was 108. So the potential so far is a lot. Still going up, bro. Oof. So the potential, what I do with the potential is I wait when price will come and take me out of my stop loss. But pretty much for this one, it was gonna be where, because the challenge I'm taking with FundedNext, they close at 110. So whatever the price will be at 110. So if that's the highest and then it comes down and then 110 hits, that's gonna be the potential output. So just being realistic as possible. So that one I'll do later. Then take a picture of my Christmas charts here. Feels like I'm done too much today, but it's all good. I wonder if this is been seen. Visual, all intervals. Okay, we can see it. All right, that's the picture that we'll be taking right there. Looks like that. Simple. Copy link, image right there. And then we'll also do an after image. That is when the session ends at up to 110. Just being realistic with this challenge. Well, pretty much at the end of the day. Will that be 4 p.m., which is my which is what? 5 p.m. is when the market will close. So that will be 1 p.m. my time, 2 p.m. my time. That can be done later. So the profit right there is don't know if that can show on the. So we did 425.2. Probably it's gonna be two. Let me see. Where have I taken to? Q trades. Really? This is more of a 3.8. I think it's gonna be 3.8. Then the actual amount is gonna be the difference there. After fees and commissions. Yeah, so we're looking at roughly 421.4. Okay. So okay. This is the current weeks. So that's gonna be in green. And I'm done here. Unless there's any questions. Maybe do a quick review and then I'm out. So I couldn't see a breaker, but so I decided to just go with the fair value gap. And pretty much a lot of things anyway went into this trade. Looking at the daily, what it's already done and what it's likely to do. What else? But in this case, my trade was anchored on that 15-minute fair value gap right there. It was kind of offering support. And then I was like, yo, my EMA is kind of lining up, looking good. Seeing a nice trend line. So I'm like, yo, my entry trigger is if we close above that trend line. I'm taking that trade and just submit and ready to get smoked or ready to benefit from the trade. And that's it, guys. So we are up we're up $500. So moving forward, we can either take 2 trades of 200 or increase our risk a little bit to 250 and above, but maximum 300. So that is allowed moving forward. And then the next milestone is going to be $1,000. Once we get to $1,000, we can start taking like $400 trades or even $500 trades. So if we take a loss, then we go back to doing 180 to anything less than 250. So we've been doing mostly 180 to 220, and I think that's good progress. Otherwise, if you took this trade, congratulations. If you got smoked, again, congratulations. It's part of the game. It is part of the game. Unless there's any questions, I'm gonna close the stream here. I'll see you again tomorrow. If I can't make it at 6:30, we'll just trade the afternoon. We'll just do the New York PM session, which was a good one today. Opening drive specialist. Yeah, I took a look at the system. I just couldn't figure out where to put the stop loss, or I don't know. So, wow, I couldn't figure out. So, because some trades I'll see, they look like your TP, your first TP is like right there. So, where do you put your stop loss? Because if the stop loss is too tight, I was getting stopped out. So you kind of need like a good size stop loss. Okay, I will. All right, thank you so much for those who joined me again. Usual opening drive specialist, #1 fan. I appreciate your presence here. Thank you so much. And the other 2 that are watching, thank you so much. But we are done for the day. Mission accomplished. And I will see you tomorrow. If not at 6:30, then at the same time right now, like today at 11 p.m. Probably now that we are like that 500, I might start doing 2 sessions. If I don't get a trade in the morning, I'll look for a trade in the afternoon. And by that I mean New York AM and New York PM. And I'm out. Peace. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. We have a verse here today. Let me flip that. Come on. There we go. There you go. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 4:1-3. And the peace of God be with you all, and I'm out. I'll see you on the next one. Now I have no music. Bruh, you're sleeping on the job. Okay, there you go. And I'm out. See you on the next one. Peace.